What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Phat Koopa with LJSD, and we presenting Sippin' Tea.
He said it right. He didn't even mess up. He didn't say Jamal.
Yep.
He didn't even know that. He just like.
I already knew what I had to do, Jamal. I've been practicing in the mirror. I've been going to my bathroom. I'm like, okay, LJSD.
That's
legendary
a fucking lie.
I know. Well, whatever, let's get into it. Hit the intro.
Sippin' tea on the podcast.
That intro tight, Jamal. That intro is tight. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Thank you. I think I sort of mixed it a little bit too loud, though.
It's whatever. It's okay. Fuck it. Let it be too loud for the people. Alright. Yo! Yes, Jamal. Yes, I fucking love that shit, bro. I fucking love that shit. But yeah, Jamal, how you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a week.
Oh, good. Same old do-rag, same old shit. Sweatpants.
Now, why you wearing the do-rag, bro? Tell the viewers why you gotta wear the do-rag.
There's no barber shops. A motherfucker needs a haircut.
Yes.
Like, badly. Especially now, quarantine and shit. Like, I don't know. I just want to hit up my barber and say, do you do house calls? Yep. Like, you can come in with a mask, gloves. I just need a haircut.
Yep.
I need to look fresh. Just in case any motherfucker tries to step to me, I at least look all clean and shit. Like, I got the little beard sort of going. Not really, you can't see, but my sideburns coming in. Like, I'm not used to hair, like, on the side of my face. Yeah. Like, I'm always used to getting cut.
Yeah. I feel you, Jamal. I feel you. That's why I'm wearing this visor, actually, because my sides, they're pretty crazy. I don't care about the top. I actually had to slick my hair back a little bit.
God.
So because it's getting too long, because usually I would either do like a comb over, so like I would put it to the side, or sometimes I would leave it up front and let some part dangle around here or right here.
Yeah, but it's getting too crazy.
But it's getting too long, so now I gotta slick it back. And it's funny that you mentioned the whole sideburns thing, because I'm also trying to grow some, the little bit that I can. You guys can't see it as well. But I'm trying to. It's not working out to my best.
It's never working out.
It's probably never gonna work out. But we gotta keep on trying. And I also haven't shaved my Mexican mustache off. You see, I only grow it right here, Jamal. I don't really grow anything in the middle.
What the hell?
It's that Mexican trait, Jamal. It's I'm not also saying that all the Mexicans can't grow anything in the middle. I'm just saying, for me,
for your family trait, you can't grow anything.
we can't really grow some. One of my brothers, he's able to grow more than I am, and I believe my dad's able to have a full mustache, but for some reason, the rest of us didn't get it. And here's my plan, actually. Whenever the barbers do open, which is probably going to be in a year or so. Let's be honest.
Not a year.
Let's be honest.
Probably by September.
Unless the government says that they're going to start opening up some businesses, but we got to ease into it. We can't all just rush into that bitch right away.
Oh, they gonna have so
but
much
yeah,
money.
that's whatever. Until that day comes, I'm not shaving anything on my face.
Oh yeah, no shave.
For no shave quarantine.
Right.
And whenever those barbershops do open, I'm a clean up everything, and I'm gonna be fresh, have a fresh cut, Jamal. I was looking at some old Snapchat memories. I remember when I had a haircut, Jamal.
Right.
I took a lot of shit for granted, Jamal.
Right. Where does the days go? Like, for real. Like, we would have been, because it's April right now. By May, they would at least opened up every office.
Yeah.
Because the offices would have came back.
Yeah.
But now, since they pushed it to another 30-something days, because really, I found out I was going to go back to work in May.
Okay.
And then find it out that since the government has pushed everything back, we're still closed for another 30 days.
Yeah.
So I was cool with the whole April, not like chill. I was chilling and working and shit. But now, like, money is starting to get scarce out here.
Yeah. I feel you with that, Jamal. You know, thank God I'm still able to work.
For another 2 weeks.
Hopefully. Let's keep it going. No, it's not for another 2 weeks. It's probably because it's for 4 paychecks, so that's 2 months.
Okay.
Because I get paid
every 2 weeks. Okay.
So.
Okay.
So
So
you
until
understand?
like June.
Yeah, around that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right now, from what I've been seeing about this whole quarantine shit going on,
Mm-hmm.
is that they're thinking of sending, I forgot the correct amount, but it was like, how much was it, Jamal?
1,200.
No, because that was the stimulus check
Yeah.
that mostly everybody got.
Yeah.
But I saw that they were debating on continuing that and giving more people like money every month.
If this keeps going, yes, but how the government is and how they're trying to do it, they're trying to get people to really work because in America, we run off the coin, we run off the dollar bill. We don't run off of laziness per se because everyone in America tries to grind, whether it's legal or illegal.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to get a lot of people back to work, but they're not trying to ease into it. They're trying to just say, give it a month. Okay, we're back to normal. Everyone can go, and that shouldn't be like that because they got a bunch of people out here scared. Like even when we go to the stores and shit, you can just see people like normally. Like we'll just be standing somewhere, and people just calmly have pages. Now you just see people just running through, with masks and gloves and shit, bandanas, and they got people scared.
You know what else I also found out? I found out that, let's say, okay, you're an American citizen, right?
Yeah.
Let's use you, for example. You're an American citizen,
Mhm.
and you have a wife, but she's not born here. All right? She wasn't born.
Oh, she's an immigrant.
Yeah, she's an immigrant. Let's say she's from Mexico,
Okay.
okay? And she's staying in Mexico right now, all right? Let's say she's just there right now. And you're sending her money to, like, make sure she's okay.
Yeah.
I found out that the people who do that didn't get the stimulus check, even though they're a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
They didn't get it.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty fucked up just because they're married to an illegal immigrant.
Well, because of also how you send money.
And because you're sending the money to your spouse.
Yeah, because to be honest, when people are working and say without the whole stimulus shit before quarantine, it was cool to do that.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you're just sending money to your wife in Mexico or whatever.
Yeah.
But now, since we're in quarantine, they're checking people because how they send money, it's through, currency exchanges and all this other shit.
Correct.
So going from America money to Mexico money, it's way different. So now they're looking at it saying, damn, we can't have these people because it's in file too. We can't send these people no stimulus checks because what they're going to do is take half that money and just send it to their spouse in a different country. So it's through files. And everything.
But it's still pretty fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's on record, it's just fucked up.
It's fucked up, Like, what does this government have against me? Let's say I had a wife in Mexico, right? Like, who are you to tell me what I can do with my money? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, I pay taxes, I pay all this, and just because I'm sending money to help out my wife that's in Mexico, you're not gonna give me a stimulus check, even though I participate in this country, I pay my taxes and all that. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up, Jamal. And I'm glad that a lot of I hope at least that a lot of U.S. citizens, like just people from America, are starting to open their eyes and be like, damn, like homie Jay didn't get a stimulus check because he's got a wife in Mexico. I'm hoping that they open their eyes and they realize that the system is fucked up.
The system been fucked up.
It's been fucked up, but a lot of people don't realize that, Jamal.
They don't, especially I still hear people say stimulus checks, free money. No, not free money. They're going to tax us all. So the people that are not getting it, it's pretty much.
We actually had a comment on our last podcast. Came from Javier. He said that the stimulus check isn't going to be. It's not taxable. It's not going to be like we're not going to have to pay for it in taxes, like in our taxes next year whenever we do taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, how are they gonna make that money back up?
Right, because that's not free money.
And that's what I also mean by we're gonna pay for it in taxes next year, because everything's gonna go up, Jamal. I'm talking about gas prices. I'm talking about just taxes. Taxes. It doesn't have to be our taxes that we have to pay.
Yeah.
Like you know how people pay for their mortgage taxes and all that shit. It's not necessarily like a personal tax, but it is more of a whole tax where like gases are gonna go up. You know, fucking when you go to the groceries, taxes right there are gonna be fucking out of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, Jamal. It's crazy. But you know what? Enough about quarantine, bro. Enough about all that stuff. I'm getting sick of it, Jamal. I like how we talk about it, though. I like how every podcast we bring it up a little bit.
Because that's the only thing that's like on the news.
That's what's popping right now.
Sadly.
But what you want to talk about, Jamal? Let me know. What you have in mind? What you got in store?
Alcoholics, hoes, and that still sort of goes with quarantine, but drugs too.
Drugs, alcoholics, and hoes.
Yes.
All right, what's up? What's up with you, Jamal?
Okay.
Who's breaking your heart?
No one's breaking my heart, sadly. Which is sadly, no one's breaking my heart. But even though we just said we were not talking about quarantine, this sort of goes with the quarantine.
Okay.
I haven't seen so many.
Oh, before you start.
Oh my God!
Before you start, I'm sorry. Quick announcement,
shit.
folks. It's already like 10 plus minutes into the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys hear all those raindrops, that's because it's raining outside. Like I said, we don't have proper equipment, so we try our best to work with the audio that we can.
Mm-hmm.
But just letting you guys know, please stick with us, even though you guys hear the raindrops. Most likely, okay. I'll try to in edit. I'll try to work with it. But anyways, thank you guys. Back to our scheduled program.
Okay, so ever since quarantine, and I'm on Snapchat like 24/7 because I don't really care about people's lives like that.
Yep.
But now since I have nothing to do, this is what I am accustomed to.
Correct.
From the past 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
But I have seen like a rise of people just buying alcohol.
Buying alcohol, yes.
Like I'm seeing more people just be drinking, and it's crazy because one of my cousin's friends who I add on Snapchat, and I've been cool with, obviously, because that's my cousin's friend, so we knew each other from the jump, from the mud. He was like, bro, because he's still in college or whatever, but I forgot what university he goes to, but he was like, bro, I think I'm becoming an alcoholic. And I'm like, why? Or how? And he's like, bruh, ever since quarantine, like, I wake up, drink coffee, and then have some to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wine, beer, whatever, throughout the day. And I'm not, like, drunk or anything. Like, I'm not super drunk or tipsy or whatever, but I just feel like every day I just have to have something to drink. Okay. And it's because of quarantine, because we can't go nowhere. We can't do nothing. That's just leaving me to really just drink.
Got you.
And I'm like, for real? And he's like, yeah, it's leaving me to drink because, like, he plays video games, but that gets boring after a while.
Yeah. He
has homework to do, so he's still doing it. But his friends can't come by or over because they're back in their houses and whatnot.
Yeah, they're quarantined.
His I don't think he has a girlfriend, but the girls or people that he chills with is, can't come over, obviously. Correct. Quarantine.
Yep.
So that and where he's at, there's fast food places, but that shit gets old and boring after a while.
Yeah, and you can't be in there chilling, you gotta get the food and get out.
Right.
Or just go to drive-thru. But yes, continue.
Or Uber Eats.
Yep.
So that just leaves him to drink. And it's not that it's bad. I mean, that's bad, but, it's not from depression or nothing. But quarantine is leading more people to drink. And I can see it because everybody's Snapchat that I sort of scroll through, I don't look at everyone's stories because I don't really have fucking time for that. Yeah. But I still see people just hanging out with their homies. For the people that's out here, hanging out with their homies, drinking. Like I seen the rise of fucking Starbucks, the rise of alcohol just come to, you know, it's just shocking because now you can see people are really getting drunk out here.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? Even before quarantine, people were getting drunk, but now I'm pretty sure there's a rise in that shit.
Well, it's more of a rise because people don't have jobs.
Exactly.
So it's like they're drinking their pain away without literally drinking their pain away.
Do you think now? I'm not fully sure on this. Do you think there's gonna be a rise of depression coming through? Do you think it's gonna be like the Great Depression in the 1920s, where people lost their jobs and they just got fucking depressed?
Probably. Well, yeah.
Do you think that's gonna happen again? Do you think history is repeating itself again?
Yeah, history is repeating itself, and it's just one of the things that's just crazy. Is this is like our Great Depression? Never thought I'd be 22 seeing this, but no one has died off of depression or. No one has done suicide yet.
No one has died off depression. I'm like, bro, watch it, Jamal.
Sorry. No one has have done suicide yet. I haven't heard any stories about that. But a lot of people are just hanging in there. So how they're coping with it is through alcohol and or weed. I have talked to another friend just yesterday, went through 8 drug dealers in a week. Like the weed people. Like people are really that weed.
I'm gonna be devil's advocate right now. Alright, and what I have to ask you is, for someone that doesn't really know what to do during this time, for someone that used to go out party more and having fun with their life, someone around our age, what would you expect them to do besides drinking and smoking?
I would say find like a hobby.
What hobby can I find, Jamal? Because I'm stuck in the house, or worse, I'm stuck in an apartment that's no bigger than a large room.
Okay. So, when I say hobby, you know how when we were all kids and we were trying to just find certain things that we like to do? Like, I never told people this. I used to draw. I used to draw back in the day. I was pretty damn good at it. I could have drew my own logos and labels and shit. If I still stuck with it. Since quarantine, I have went and dabbled back into drawing more in my little cartoon sketches. I'm not as great as my homie, who, O'Delly, but, I'm sort of going back into that because, like, I make beats all day, but that gets boring after a while. I can't do nothing. And I try to sample, but at the same time, I'm not in the mood for sampling or whatever, but I'm getting back into drawing.
Okay.
And DJing as well, because, once parties start hitting again, when we can go out, I'll be like the best DJ out there. But for me, I'm just learning how to just get back into what I used to do. And drawing was one of the things I used to do.
Okay, so you're saying go back into old hobbies that we used to have as kids. What if my old hobby was playing basketball, soccer, and I obviously can't be going outside and playing all that stuff with Jamal?
Oh, then you are fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So
you're fucked.
So all I got is drinking and smoking.
Or you can read a book. A lot of people don't understand. Reading a book helps you a lot. Okay. That's like my ultimate high.
Now, what if I tell you that reading a book while high is the best? It's even better. It's even it's a better experience than just reading it normally. What you got to say to that?
I'm not a druggie, so I don't know how that feels. But it's the same thing that people tell me. Oh, I make beats while I'm high. I don't understand that either. I'm not a druggie, so I don't know. But
so do you think it's okay? That's my question.
I mean, do what you do. If you feel like,
come on, Jamal, you gotta stick to yourself, bro.
I mean, I'm not preaching. I'm not preaching here. I'm not trying to be anyone's mother or father or older sister or older brother or whatever the fuck people want to call people nowadays. Anything but God's child. But at the end of the day, if you feel like being high is what you can do, but you want to read while high or make beats while high, go ahead. Do your thing. But just know that you're just wasting a lot of money.
Yeah.
When you could
Jamal
just
has a
be
point there.
saving
Jamal has a point there. At the end of the day, you guys are gonna be doing whatever you guys want to
Right.
do,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like Jamal said, we're nobody's mommy, we're nobody's daddy. I mean, I might be a couple girls' daddy, but that's on the low, Jamal. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing. But Jamal might be a daddy too.
No.
What's it called? No, but for real. We're nobody to tell you what to do, but what we are telling you is, be cautious about what you do. Because right now we gotta be saving money instead of spending it, and if you're spending it on drinking, on smoking, what's that gonna help you with?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, so I have my oldest nephew, and I always been telling him, listen, if you're gonna spend your money, you gotta be smart about it. Don't be like me. When I was young, and I started getting money, Jamal, I started spending it like crazy, Jamal.
See, you're different from me because my money got stolen.
So
I always been the one to hold on to my shit.
Like I would spend my money, and so I tell my nephew, my oldest nephew, and I tell him, I'm like, listen, you got to be smart about your money, okay? Instead of wasting it right away in whatever it is that you like save it up. But if you do want to spend it in something that can make you money in the future.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like, honestly, we got to start teaching these young bloods how to do it and what to do, because they don't understand. They think money is money. It's always going to be there. And if I got $5, look at that. Now I have a large pizza from Little Caesars. It sounds good at the time. And yes, I'm not saying that, don't what's it called? What's the word that I'm looking for, Jamal? When someone gives you money, what's the word?
Handout?
No, not a handout. When you're like, oh, I got money, I'm gonna treat my girl to this.
Okay.
What's the word, Jamal? Come on, help me out here, Jamal.
Splurge?
No, splurge. What the fuck? No. Come on, Jamal.
Come on. Not a loan,
like
not a
treat,
handout.
like you're treating someone.
You're splurging.
No, like you're spoiling. There you go. Spoiling.
Hey, same as
splurge, spoiling, same shit. Not really. You know what I'm saying. But anyways, I'm not saying, don't spoil yourself every now and then. But like I tell my nephew, I'm like, listen, what do you like to do? He tells me he likes to play soccer. He tells me his hobbies, right? He tells me what he's interested in. I'm like, listen, you can make money off whatever it is that you like to do. You just have to find a way how to make that money.
Especially video games.
Okay? You can find a way. You just got to be smart about it. And if you're saving up your money, don't buy it on things that aren't gonna make you money. Like, he was really into chains. I think he still is. He really likes, silver and gold. And I'm like, listen.
I mean, but that's every dude.
That's every not every guy. Not every guy's big on chains.
Well, not chains.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like watch, chain, because people don't understand. Like, when you make money or when you start making money, the flossing
immediately you start flossing crazy. But no, he's just a kid right now. He's not even 15 years old. And I tell him, I'm like, listen, like, yes, it's okay, spoil yourself every now and then, but don't go crazy with the money that you do have. Save it up and think of like a smart way how to invest in it. Invest your money. It doesn't necessarily have to be like straight up investment like a stock. No, but it can be like a oh snap, look at this, like I can put my money into a system that allows me to record when I'm gaming. If he likes the gaming route, and then he can become a YouTuber with that, which will later make him money. He's got to put in his money where his interest lies, so he can make money with it. You know what I'm trying to say, Jamal?
I say it like this. So I tell my cousins this. I say try to make when you are on your money train in your money route, I say try to make enough money to so it can be handed down 10 generations after you.
Yes.
That's how I look at it.
Yes.
Because I tell my cousins this all the time. Even my niece ain't even old enough yet, but once she's older, I'll tell her. You know, you gotta think about it. What have we been handed down from past generations? Like, truly, people gotta think about this.
Mhm.
What have we been handed down from past generations?
Me personally, it'd probably just be morals, you know, shit like that, rights and wrongs. But other than that, that's all. That's all I got.
For me, what I was left from previous generations, or I do not have anymore, was houses.
Mm-hmm.
My family, from I think my great aunt, I think she had houses all down south and a couple in the Midwest.
Okay.
And she left it, and it's funny because she left it to my great grandma, but from her we lost it all.
Gotcha.
So that's what I was left handed from past generations, and also education, going to school, all that. But from a money standpoint, I think of land, like you said. But we had land in America's soil, but we lost it. So my thing is, from my past generations, I want to try to get land.
Got you.
That is like basically the end all be all.
When you have property here, Jamal, that helps out so much. But at the same time, it can be a double dagger. Because, you know, if you're not smart with it, your property gets taken away, or not even that, you can't maintain it.
Property taxes. Taxes in general.
Then, you know, it's a tough business. You got to be real smart about that, Jamal. But, you know, overall, Jamal, we gotta help the younglings. We gotta help the younglings. We can't just keep worrying about ourselves. Yes, I'm not saying, you know, fuck yourself, but like you know, look out for the younglings that are following our steps. That's my message to the people. And to the people, my message is to you. Man, that was pretty wise.
Yeah, it was.
That was pretty wise. You gotta admit. Damn, I'm wise as fuck.
Yeah, that was pretty wise.
You know what, Jamal? You know what I've been thinking about, bro? I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been thinking about these toxic girls, man. These toxic girls got me going crazy, Jamal.
These hoes?
No, not even just like though, because hoes, they're they're a very unique breed. I'm playing, y'all. Don't fucking throw sticks at me. You know, stones.
Very different breed. Okay.
So, but like, I'm talking about the toxic girls, the ones that are manipulative, the ones that know how to get to you, the ones that can cry and get their way, the ones that can get mad, get their way, the ones that know exactly what to say and how to say it to get their way. You know what I'm trying to say, Jamal? You got a confused face right now.
A little bit. You went because at first they just all sound like hoes after that.
No. Because like, what's a hoe? Let's be general about it.
A person with different sexual partners.
Yes, correct.
And that will somewhat do shit for money.
Correct. Now, what if you have one girl and she's just loyal to you?
Oh.
Is that a hoe?
No.
Exactly. But she could be a toxic girl. That's what I've been thinking about, Jamal. Okay. That's the route that I'm going for. Okay? Because I feel like a lot of times there's talk about guys not being shit, especially in our generation. Our generation. What generation? Or Generation X? Generation Y?
Not X, we're Generation
Z?
I think so, yeah.
I think we're C. Because we were born in 97. Yeah. I was about to say 70-something, but no. 97.
We were born in 97 when Chicago Bulls was the shit.
Hell yeah.
But keep going.
And you know, our generation, a lot of times it's guys saying this, guys saying that, men ain't shit, men ain't that. And what about these females? I feel like nobody really talks about the ones that are crazy.
Because
Crazy
we live
like
in a
that.
feminist world, man.
Yeah, you think it's
Yeah.
feminist? What you think about that, Jamal?
I mean, we do, because, just think about it. There's so many women saying, oh, men ain't shit, men ain't this, men ain't that. But y'all women ain't shit either. I mean, I'm not talking about the ones that actually do good, have children,
Correct.
try
Have
to
children.
build families and whatnot. But the ones that be having just children for a check, that's toxic as fuck, okay?
Yes.
For the women out there just beating on their significant other,
Yeah, because
fighting and shit.
domestic abuse comes in. It doesn't, because when people say domestic abuse, what do they think about? They think about the guy beating on the
Physical.
girl.
Yeah, physical abuse.
You know,
Yeah.
but there's so many stories of a girl beating on a guy.
Right. And it just never gets seen because, if a dude called 911, remember, someone's going to jail.
Yeah.
Don't know who it is, but someone's going to jail. And 9 times out of 10, it's the
dude.
So,
The dude.
So, that's another thing. But also,
and like, not even just that, Jamal. It's because we, like, guys have such a masculine role to play that they can't go to their homies and be like, my girl is beating my ass every night. Because we're guys, because we're supposed to be masculine, we can't be talking about this. And I feel like that's something that needs to be talked about, because there's so many guys out there getting beat down by their significant other. It may not even be physical; it may be verbal abuse, but it still happens, Jamal. And I feel like it happens a lot more than we realize it. And it's pretty crazy, Jamal. It's pretty crazy out here in the world. And besides just like that toxic version of girls, of beating down on their significant other, let's talk about the girls that are really fucking smart, that they can get their way just like that. Have you ever had a girl like that, Jamal?
No.
You never had a girl?
No.
That do you think you might have? Do you think there probably was a chance?
Probably seen it, but not where they get their way. No, not
really. With you.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Crazy. Why not, Jamal?
I mean, to be honest, like, it just depends. When you say get your way, like, get money.
It can either be money. It could be it could be something simple to something like crazy. Like, have you ever heard or had one of those girls that would only hit you up when they needed you? Say they were drunk and they needed a ride home. And in the moment they're like, "Thank you so much, I appreciate you," but they don't. But they take you for granted. You know what I'm trying to say, Jamal?
Oh, those types of girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one? Like
no, I've never had one.
Damn it, Jamal.
But I know what you're talking about, because when I was in high school, when you graduated, I had a car. I'm telling you, I went from a nobody to a somebody in a quick matter of fucking. As soon as people found out I had a car, because after that, before I had my schedule switched to where I leave at a certain time.
Yeah.
I swear, when it's the end of the day, people would say, "Yo, Jamal, can you drive me home? Yo, Jamal, can you do this?" Maybe girls, but I know where they sort of live at, because they live around the old area. Well, your area that used to be, my area too. So, that was one thing. But I didn't let that phase me a little bit, because they wanted to ride, but at the end of the day, I still won because I got money at the end of it.
Okay. What you mean?
Like gas money. Like, people weren't coming in my car, females especially, if they weren't giving no gas money. like I don't run off a simp. I run off a pimp. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't use that. I don't run off a simp. I run off a pimp. Oh my God! I'm gonna copyright that shit. No one take that shit. No one trademark it. Okay, that's mine. Words from the man right here. Ah! All right, I'm done.
Well, keep going, Jamal. You were on a roll. You can't just.
Oh
You
shit!
can't just hit the brick wall.
No, I
Brick
wasn't.
wall.
But you know how hard that just sounded. That sounded.
What'd you say?
I said, "Oh, let's rewind that back." I
Yeah.
said, my gas does not run off of simp; it runs off of pimp." Okay, you know. Plus, no offense. I was bumping a lot of Too Short in my car back when I had the red car. Yeah, bunch of Too Short. And for people who don't know who Too Short is, that was the man who made pimping into what it is.
Mhm.
Like for real. Like, you know how females have Little Kim? We had Too Short. And he was telling these bitches off and telling you the ways of not being a simp. Like, oh my God. I thought it was the man when I had that red car. But other than that, back to what we're talking about, you know, I made people 9 times out of 10, you know, give me gas money. Just
Okay.
because I'm like, this is a waste of gas.
Mm-hmm.
So, and plus my car was only used for school and work, not for everybody else's well-being. So, yeah, that's about it.
What do you think about simping? What do you look down upon guys that simp?
I mean, not really, because the difference.
What even is simping?
Simping?
Let's explain to the viewers that don't know. Pretty sure everyone knows, but there might be one guy from Kansas that I've been talking about.
So simping is like a captain not save a hoe, but simping is basically like, it's because there's different ways of saying it. Like, there's different ways. So when we listen to Drake, everyone calls him a simp. He's a simp for these women, and he's just showing emotion. That's not really simping, even though we always call it that.
Mm-hmm.
But simping is really like, you're weak for these females out here. Like, you'll do anything. Like, if they say, "Hey, JJ, I need $5,"
Mm-hmm.
you a simp because you just gave her $5.
Okay.
Not even knowing she's gonna pay you back or not.
Okay.
You just simp. That's a simp. Or you do all these things for women and you ain't even getting asked for it. That's a simp.
Okay.
So, you know, that's just 2 examples I can give of simping. So, but simping comes in many different ways and forms. So, yeah.
I don't understand it, Jamal. I don't understand it. Me personally, I don't think I simp. But at the same time, let's say, all right, so I helped out this friend a while back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that she made a tweet. She said that she got in a car crash or whatever, and she needed money. She needed to pay her ticket. She didn't really have any money, and she's just been down for a while. And it hit me because I remember not too long ago, I was in a place where I didn't even have $5 to my name, and I would have to beg people for money, and you know, 9 times out of 10, no one would give me money.
Mm-hmm.
And even the one time that someone would give me money, it would like come like every like 200th ask. Like I would have to ask like 200 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I was in a very, I wouldn't say depressed moments of my life, but I wasn't financially stable at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking mentally I wasn't probably that good looking back now. I wasn't. And I wasn't in a good point in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking when I saw that this friend needed some help, I quickly retweeted, like I quickly like tweeted at her, and I'm like, "Yo, what's the problem? What's going on?" She told me all about this. She said that it was like 100 something money, that she needed to pay off the ticket, and then she DMs me, and she's all like, "Do you think you can help?" Oh, she didn't say, "Do you think you can help?" She was just telling me this entire story, and then she said, "With anything that you can give, like I truly appreciate it." So all I did was send me your PayPal or send me your cell, your information, and I got you.
Mm-hmm.
She sent it to me. I gave her the entire money, the entire whatever, however much. I think it was like 159 or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than 150.
That was for a car ticket?
It was for some
crash,
some violation. Yeah.
Oh.
And what do you think about that? Do you think that's simping? Because me personally, if it were a guy, I would have still helped him out.
Okay.
But just because she's an old time friend, like we went to high school.
Do you
we
still talk to her?
What do you mean?
Do you still talk to her?
Like on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't really talk to anybody, Jamal.
Well, when I say not on a daily basis, but like, say you hit her up and be like, "Hey, how you do? How's your day?" Like, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then yes. Yeah, if I were to like message her and be like, "How you doing?" and all of this, we would definitely have a conversation.
I would not say that is simping because one, that is truly from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Even though simping is truly from your heart.
True.
And two, she at least had a ticket violation or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I say it's like middle grounds because it's hard to decipher.
Yeah.
But in middle grounds, would she do the same for you? If you hit her up,
that's the thing that I put in my head. No one would ever do that for me. Because I saw that myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I would ask for money, I noticed that all the people that I used to help out, all the people that I used to take care of, especially when I was in high school, and I would like pick everybody up and buy everybody food, you know, drive everybody. When I asked help to those people that I used to help out back in the day, and everybody said no, that's when I realized like I'm here in this world by myself.
Gotcha.
So I don't want someone to feel the same pain that I felt. So I don't care if anybody will do the same for me. I'm gonna do that for one person.
For that's not simping, but at the same time, because I'm very different. Mostly, if I go to people for help, it's because I really need help.
Exactly.
And you don't, and like I said, you don't hear shit from me. You know, and especially if it's borrowing money or whatever, I normally got you. It's just for some people that do be hitting me up, it'd be the wrong time. Like if I'm at work, because a lot of people don't know I go to work full time or whatever, and I'm during the day. It's not like I'm just strictly in college and I have like a part time.
Correct.
You know, if you say like if you hit me up and say, "Yo, Jamal, I need a ride to work," I can't help you because
you're at your job.
I'm already at my job.
Yeah.
You know, I could fucking lie just to be like, "Yo, a family member just hit me up. I need it." I could do that, but then that would jeopardize me making money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's times and places for that. So that's like a little bit different. But normally, if it's people I don't really hit up like that, I'm not gonna help you.
Got you.
Because I look at that like that's the first thing. Haven't seen me in a minute. Don't even at least say, "Yo, what up? How you doing?"
Yeah.
At least ease into it. It's just, "Yo, I need this. Yo, I need that." That's a little different.
This is the motto that I live by, that I started living by not too long ago, Jamal. And I actually before I say that, the motto is, you know how people say like there's no seats at my table for you to eat.
Yeah.
My motto is, I'm sitting at a table with seats open, ready to feed the people who are actually starving. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not closing my seats out, but I'm also not leaving them completely open for anybody to come in. If you already ate and you just want a snack, get the fuck out of here. But if you're starving, and I can see that look in your eye, if you're starving and I see that you're a fucking beast, then you're fucking welcome to sit at my fucking table.
Gotcha.
That's how I view. That's my motto, Jamal.
Mine is more an eye for an eye type of thing.
Okay.
Like now I don't know mafia shit, but like for example, if say I was low on some money or whatever, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, I need like $150 just to hold on to, because I have a bill, but I don't know what the bill is. But say it's like a phone bill. I just need $150 just in case if something goes up and they say I went too high or over some shit.
Yeah.
And you gave me that, cool. Eye for an eye. This is where it comes in. So say I pay you back or whatever, and say probably a couple months later you're like, "Bro, I need $150 for a da 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 da." That's an eye for an eye, where it's like, okay, shit, this fan just helped me with my situation. I got you.
Okay.
You might not get now. The difference is you might have helped me and gave me 150 right off top. But for me, I could probably be like, yo, I'm kind of low, but I got you when I get paid. I get paid tomorrow.
Yeah.
We good? And like, oh, okay, I can do that. Boom.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye. I do that type of thing.
Okay.
You know,
well, you know,
do for me, I do for you.
You know, speaking about eyes, bro, I've noticed that it's time to end the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I really wanted to continue this conversation, Jamal, but sadly we gotta end it. Let's pick this up next podcast. All right, I'll make a mental note to pick it up right here where we're living now. Ladies and gentlemen, I recently just dropped my second album. All right, it's gonna be right here. Boom! Look at that. It's called Me. All right, the album is all over the place. I go from crying to fucking, I'm the fucking man to fucking
Sipping.
to you know, don't fuck with me. You know, I go all over the place with this album. Personally, I have 2 songs in there. One is called Drinking Alone. The other one is called Me. Those 2 are my favorite songs that I've ever made. Like in the time that I have made songs. Keep a note. Keep this in your mind. I'm not a rapper. I don't pretend to be one. I just love making music. That way, when I'm older, I can look back and reminisce to it and have a nice laugh. All right? This is just for me, but I'm sharing it with the world, and it would mean a lot if you guys would just check it out. All right? Now, following that, Jamal, thank you for coming along. Thank you for another podcast. Everybody go follow Jamal. His social medias are going to be linked down in the description down below. Follow me on all my social medias, please. Link in the description. Another thing, the last podcast, there was a giveaway that I did for $15. No one entered, Jamal.
Oh, damn.
So I guess I get to keep those $15, all right?
No one entered, damn.
But we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again, all right? Same thing, $15. If you want $15, it's not going to help out much, but it's going to help out with gas, all right? Especially now where gas is really cheap.
$1.75.
That $15 is going to fill up your entire tank, okay? So if you wanna enter to win, all you got to do is share the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and all my social medias are down in the description. So, you know, have a screenshot that you shared it, that you liked it, and that you commented. And the $15 is yours. So, yeah. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Sippin' Tea with Phat J. Koopa and LJSD, legendary just saying though, signing off. Peace.
O's.
Sipping tea on the podcast.